Welcome back to Scorch TV. Ladies, I hope you're sitting down because we've got Louis Bello in the studio to serenade you. And apparently Scorch too.
So we're here with a Boston musician who's up for a lot of good stuff, which you're going to talk about. This is Louis Bello. Louis.
Yes. How's it going?
Louis. You just want to say that. You can't just say Louis. You got to Louis. Man, there's so much I really want to talk to you about. First of all, as somebody that does the same thing, I love the fact you consider yourself the king of self-promotion.
Yes, I do.
And to explain that, like, what do you do that makes you the king as opposed to some of the lower classes?
Well, it's also in my own mind, so I have a kingdom in my mind where I promote. I always am constantly hustling, you know, like everything, whether it's movies, whether it's videos, whether it's writing for other artists. So there's never a day where I'm not doing something that pertains to promoting myself or the people around me, so.
A lot of people remember their firsts, you know what I mean? Your first gig you played out. What was the first gig that you actually played out?
My first gig.
Good, bad, I mean, big, small, good, bad, it doesn't make a difference, just your first gig.
Yeah, I actually down by, I don't even know if the place is, I forget the name, but it was back when like the new kids and all those guys were doing all their thing, and I did a gig with a few of my buddies at this place down by the waterfront. Down in Boston, and it was a small club, and there was like, 10 other acts went on there. I sang awful. It was like the worst thing I ever did, and it kind of discouraged me a little bit. And when I went home and started thinking about like the atmosphere, there was people cheering for the good acts, not for me. But I said, I want to get there so I have actually more than 2 people in the audience, my mom and dad watching, and actually liking my music. So it was a good and bad experience, but it actually kind of catapulted my career.
And you mentioned family, you mentioned your mom and your dad. We were told, well, mention sis, but don't mention sis, because you guys got this brother-sister thing going on.
Competitive. Let's leave the name out.
We don't have to mention her name.
That girl's name.
The sister, yeah. We'll just say sissy.
Because I have 2 sisters, too, which it's funny.
So you want to talk about the other sister who's not a musician?
Danielle's
Is that okay?
awesome. Danielle's the best, yeah.
Danielle.
She's
totally not in show business.
She's a cook, she's unbelievable. Great
Playing
person.
the role of Louis' musical sister today is his other sister, Danielle.
Yes, exactly. No, Lisa's cool. I just decided not to.
Oh, jeez, you did it.
You dropped the name.
I just decided not to bring her today because she kind of tends to take over all the shine.
Another time, I'd love to have her and you on the show.
Definitely. You got to get her on.
Let's talk about the disc. The disc is called, I don't know if you can get this, but Chasing Rainbows is the name of the disc, you know what I mean? So tell us about this. The bar that's on the cover, because king of self-promotion. Did you actually go to this bar and say, look, I'll tell people this is your bar if you let me take a picture here?
That is West End Johnny's, actually, in Boston.
Yeah.
And the owner there is great, unbelievable guy. And and that's that kind of part of my whole style, is that I connect with people and network with people that like to create, and we kind of barter and trade and just use each other for self-promotion. And I think that's the way you do. A lot of people think that they have to have all this money to create, their whole persona, but it's really. You do need the money at the end, but if you're smart, if you network, if you have a good personality, you can actually kind of trade things off with people and get what you need and help them at the same time. So,
what's been your best avenue of promotion, would you say? Your best avenue of getting your own word out there? What would you say?
I think it's that the whole old school door-to-door, doing shows, traveling around doing shows, just building your fan base.
Just playing out.
Just playing out and meeting people, because some people play out and then they just do the show and they leave. You have to go early, talk to people. You have to play the show, get off stage, get people's email addresses, talk to them, ask them how their family is. I mean, you have to be personal and you can't be fake about it. You have to sincerely want to do that, and I think that builds your whole.
So you're talking about literally touching people. There's a lot to be said for that.
Yeah,
Or
just
you're shaking
depends.
somebody's hand after the show, thanking them for being there.
There's certain places I don't touch them unless they tell me, but I will shake their hand.
Right. Well, we have a lap dance segment coming up later.
Nice.
And that's why, if you notice, none of us are shaking your hand.
Yeah.
We're all done with shaking.
About you, Leo?
We're all done with shaking hands. So now you're up for Boston Music Awards. It's your 3rd time being nominated, but like you said, 3rd time's a charm, as we say here in New England. 3rd time's a charm. Does this year feel different?
I've learned to take it as everything is a positive, and I'm very excited just to be, to be recognized in your own hometown where I grew up, and for all the traveling I do and coming back here and things like that. Like to have people here, somebody say, "Oh, I think Louis is a great vocalist, and let's put him in the nomination." I think it's awesome. It's an honor.
Now, speaking of that, because I have no problem admitting I'm damn good at what I do. Do you like what you do? Are you proud of what you're doing? Are you happy with your product that you're putting out? Are you happy?
I'm very happy.
Yeah.
I'm
We
very
all
happy
joke
with
about it, but you're happy with what you're doing.
Yeah, because as artists, we put in a lot of time and effort. And when you put that album out or you put that video out, that's your whole life's work into that one project. It's just every year of learning and making mistakes and finding new producers, writing new songs. And when you put it out, I'm definitely proud of that.
And going back to something you said a little while ago, musicians a lot of times, they get big. And when a band gets like, buku-mondo big, they're dictated to them is how much time they get to spend with their fans at meet and greets, etc. But still, even at the meet and greets, a lot of bands become belligerent DBs, if you will, and they just seem to totally forget Nickelback. They just seem to totally forget, where they came from. Right. And there's too many bands like that, and that's, you're not. You can tell you won't get like that.
No, I don't ever want to get like that.
But you would like the opportunity to get like that.
I would like to, yeah.
Like he said that he would be very happy to sell out given the opportunity.
Yeah, well, anybody would.
Of
Look
course.
at what you're doing. You're sitting on the couch on this show, man. Giving up your
I'm
$1 million
still waiting
day
to sell
job.
out.
Yes,
There's no
exactly.
sellout yet, man. I mean,
Now, here's a really good question, and I'd love to talk about the Boston Music Awards again. There's other musicians, Bill Genovitz, John Pauhita, Christian McNeil, and Will Daly, all up for the same Best Male Vocalist category with you. Who would you not mind coming in second to? Any one of them, or somebody in particular?
There's nobody in particular. I say any one of them because to get nominated, it shows that you're out there doing something. Whether you're good or bad, whether you're as good as I am singing or as good as I am promoting, you're out there doing something.
I like that.
Something that actually gets you noticed. So, anybody on that list, and I know how it goes at the end of the day. As many votes as you get, as much credit as you get.
Right.
Somebody's always pulling the trigger, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying, that in a bad way, but whoever's going to win is going to win. And
you're saying it's a bag job, Louis. That's
no,
basically
I'm
what
not
you're
saying it's a bag job at all. I'm not going to say that. No, because I'm definitely not going to say
Well,
that.
I'll
But
say it.
I'm just saying that at the end of the day, if you get nominated in that category, any one of us could win, and I'd be fine with that. It's a fun night to go down there and see all your peers and hang out and shake hands. It's the nomination's cool.
Married guy, girlfriend, anything like that?
I got a girlfriend. Yeah, I was married.
I'm
Not
looking
anymore.
I'm looking at your eyes and the lights. Wow, you got some dreamy eyes, man.
He's a handsome devil, isn't he, Scorch?
No, his greenish blue eyes are sparkling.
They
in the
are
lights.
dreamy, really.
So I'm thinking, I'm not even hitting on him.
I'm just gonna.
Trust me, if I was going to hit on you, I'd be pulling out my money because that's the only way I have to pick up tea. Hey, Louie, nice to see you again. Here's that $20 from last time. Here's 20 more for today. But no, I'm looking at you saying, oh, you must be all right with the chicks. Tell us about Chasing Rainbows, because you basically, that's pretty much a life story, you said, huh?
Yeah, no, it's a life story. I've been doing this for a long, long time, and Chasing Rainbows was kind of that whole, all of us artists, whether you're a painter, a photographer, a video, your music, you're always chasing after that dream, that end result, and all the problems that come in between in relationships, in life, with work. Chasing those dreams is a sacrifice. You sacrifice on all fronts when you're going after something and you have one goal and you're focused on it. So Chasing, the whole album is actually about the ups and downs, the fun parts, the sad parts. And so I'm really proud of this album because it kind of tells a little bit about my second half of my life going after this dream.
Sexy Love.
Sexy Love.
Tell us about it.
Sexy
Now
Love.
we're back to the dreamy eyes.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
You know what? I'm comfortable with my sexuality, man.
I'm impressed. I'm
Thank you.
impressed. I think you've really evolved.
Well, thank you very much. You're just mad that I didn't hit on you that way the first time I saw you. Anyway,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Who's he
Sexy
kidding?
Love. Tell us
With a
about
mallet.
Sexy Love.
He hit on.
Sexy Love. Sexy Love is actually a track about, you've been in the club, you're going out, and you see a really beautiful girl, and just kind of start dreaming about what it'd be like to be with that girl, in that moment, and that's kind of, and I wanted to have a fun Jamiroquai type vibe on that track. So the producer Alex Gordiz, we got together, and he came up with this really nice bass line, and the first thing that popped off my head was sexy, and and I kind of think of that love story. So it's really like a fun type of.
And it's like a conceptual disc, like a Zappa disc that tells a story, because the next track after that, after trying to pick up a hot chick at a bar, is called Rich Man.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that actually
Certainly makes it a lot easier.
He's like, so I told this hot chick I'm a rich man.
Well, and Rich Man's kind of like after you've already,
Yeah.
had that chick or whatever chick. And, you know, it's kind of like a couple years down the line. And it's kind of Rich Man's like just telling her how much you love her and how much you appreciate. So Rich Man talks about all the things she does for you so that she doesn't forget. Because in this business, when you have somebody with you, I feel like you have to remind them how much you care, because your time is not always as focused as like a normal 9-to-5 person would focus on their girl. So Rich Man's kind of like a reminder, like, hey, I know I'm not around as much, but these are the things I appreciate about you. So.
And I'll tell you, the one I really dug, when they gave me the disc a while back, like, check this out, he's going to be on the show soon. The Best I Ever Had.
Best I Ever had?
Great tune, man. Good for you.
Best I Ever Had is it's a funny, I won't get too detailed behind that, but the song is actually, if you listen all the way to the end, it's actually a very sarcastic song.
Yeah.
It's kind of talking to this girl who left you, because maybe she left you because of your business, or maybe she left you because she found something else, and you're doing really well now, and you kind of talking to her, and I'm telling her that, you know, you were the best I ever had, you know, but I'm doing pretty well. So thank you very much for everything you did for me.
Right,
but
right.
I'm having fun, and so
Nice.
the video actually for that is going to be hilarious.
Stay tuned, because when we come back, you're going to see the video for Faces by Louis Bello, right here on Scorch TV.
I love the way you're shaped, curves in the right place. I wouldn't hesitate to tell the world every day with you is new. Everything you say is true. From the way you walk, the way you talk, my baby's super cool.
Let's talk about the New England Subaru dealers. Do you realize, first of all, such a huge thing, 94% of all Subaru vehicles sold within the past 10 years are still on the road today. That is why we are very psyched to have New England Subaru as part of the brand new Scorch TV team. As a matter of fact, you can check out Subarus all year long from the comfort of your living room. Just check out newenglandsubaru.com.
Tester, November 23rd at the Tavern, Framingham, Mass. New CD, King of the World, now available. Tester. Pistol Shot Gypsy. Go to pistolshotgypsy.com to download the single Love Junkie for free. Pistol Shot Gypsy. Null Set, November 23rd at the Tavern, Framingham, Mass. New CD, B-Sides and Pull, now available. Null Set.
Here comes Timmy. Be careful on that ladder, Timmy. Don't reach too far. An accident has occurred. Here comes Ronnie. Better check on your friend, Ronnie. That's right, Ronnie. You know what to do. Has Tunagar done its job? Yes! Success! It has kept the guitar in tune.
It just takes a second. Guitar safety, and you've brought to you by the Guitar Safety Institute.
Before 5-year-old Sarah ever takes her first shot, Special Olympics is working to add years to her life. In the past, people with intellectual disabilities have had a shorter life expectancy, but through sports and Special Olympics health initiatives, the world has changed for Sarah and countless others. Special Olympics programs in part will help her live a long, vibrant, and healthy life. And you thought it was just a game.
Welcome back to Scorch TV. Scorch, tell us what we're going to see next.
We have a video I believe we're going to be showing right now, right? We have a video. The song is Faces. Tell us about Faces.
Well, Faces is off my my last album, and it's that's one of my favorite songs, and I still promote it to this day. Faces is another song where I'm talking to this girl that I really, really adore, and I'm already with her, and I just want to, tell her all the sexy things about her. And one of the biggest things, I'm a face guy. I love beautiful faces. I look at the face first, and that's what attracts me. So.
Aren't you going to say something about my eyes now?
Well, I was going to talk about your eyes, but you kind of weirded me out last time. So I'm kind of keeping my distance, but
Definitely.
but they're nice. They're nice.
He's got like a cold sweat running down his back.
Yeah. Can I have somebody to?
He did ask, what did I get myself into? Anyway, so let's check out the video, okay? Because I want everybody to see this. This is the world premiere of Louis Bello's video. This is Faces, and it's Louis Bello on Scorch TV.